Hi, I'm Dan Smucker, owner of Lancaster Log Cabins, here to answer some questions. We have anything from a pod and one roomer, which is closer to 20 to 30,000. We have park models, cabins on wheels, that are closer to 45 to 80,000. Just depends on the model and the options. We can either totally deck it out or just keep it very simple, so we can work with you there. And as far as pricing goes, we have them all listed on our website. We also have a catalog with all the pricing, so yeah. Yes, so that's the beauty about our cabins, is it's a real log home on wheels, basically. They're built to last, they're built to have that rustic charm, and yeah, it's just all real log timbers. So there's no framing, there's no siding, it's all the real deal. We have many customers who are doing that. We wouldn't set it up for you, but a customer could definitely add solar to their cabin on site. They could do a incinerator toilet if that's what they wanted. We could also do LP stove, LP water heater. So yeah, we can definitely tailor them for off-grid use. So yes, they're definitely made for year-round use. They're made for the winter time. They're made for very harsh climates. We sell them all over the country, even up north, New England states, upstate New York, Michigan, all over, and they hold up great. What a solid log has is thermal mass, which basically that just means the cabin will store in the energy inside that log and it'll disperse it back in the cabin once it gets nice and toasty warm. So it'll stay warmer longer in your cabin because those actual logs will store the heat. Yes, as far as utilities go, we would do water, sewer, electric. So you'd have to set those up on site. We have the connection points on the cabins, which is in the back right corner of the cabin most times. The water is very simple. It's just a garden hose hookup, so that's easy. That's something you could do on your own. But as far as the sewer connection, it'd be an end of a PVC pipe, just a 3-inch drain. So you just hire a plumber to tap into that from your existing septic system or public sewer or holding tank, whatever you have on site. And as far as electric goes, kind of the same thing, but you would just hire an electrician just to hook it up, just hardwire directly into your panel box from wherever your site electric is. So it's a great question. So our models aren't necessarily customizable. Since we're very streamlined here, we like to keep it a little more simple. But if you're going to buy multiple units, if you're going to get some bigger orders, especially if you're a campground, we are willing to open up that door and modify some things. But for an individual who's just ordering one, typically we like to stick with the standard. And we have tons of different options you can choose from, but as far as the layout goes, it's really just the standard layout. You can't really mess with doors or windows or the layout configuration. It's more so just that model is kind of what you get. So we offer a ton of different options. Some of the popular ones would be screened-in porch. We can do a washer dryer, different kinds of kitchens and counters and different roof colors. We can delete things if you don't need all the furniture that's in it because it comes pretty much totally turnkey. So you can either take away or add to it. So a million different things you can do as far as the options are concerned. Yeah, so it wouldn't be possible to actually join them together because we don't really do a modular necessarily. It's more like a single wide park model cabin. But you could get creative, so you could always create a breezeway or have a deck in between the two. So we've had people do that before, but as far as actually joining them together, that's not really feasible. It's just a 4x6 timber. So we get them in as a rough sawn timber. They're all kiln dried logs, so we run them through our mill and it comes out as a 4x6 real log. Yes, so all of our cabins do come on trailer frames as far as the park models are concerned. So you get to keep the trailer frame, it stays on wheels, that's all yours. So they are made to stay put most times, but they can be moved later on if need be. But for the most part, they're made to park somewhere and kind of sit there for a long period of time. Yeah, so we sell for all kinds of different uses, but I would say our bread and butter is definitely selling to campgrounds, RV parks, short-term rentals. So we sell a ton to Airbnbs, VRBOs, even someone who just wants to put one in their yard and use it for a short-term rental. But then on the flip side, we also sell them to individuals who want them for either a getaway cabin, a hunting camp, could be a granny flat or anything, so office space. So yeah, we'll do a wide variety of different uses. Yeah, so most popular models would be the Sierra and the Rancher. So the Sierra is really nice because you have a porch and you have a loft included. And the Rancher is nice because you have 2 bedrooms. So those are definitely by far the 2 most popular models for sure. Yeah, so as far as freight goes, it can vary quite a bit, just depending where it goes, of course, and the size of the cabin. But most times it's right around $9 or $10 a mile. It's a bit of a misconception that log homes take a lot of maintenance. As far as our cabins go, all the logs are kiln dried, so there's very little maintenance as far as shrinkage. That's not really an issue, and there's really no other maintenance other than the stain. And with that, it's just once every 5 to 7 years, so it's not too bad, but it is important to keep up with that over time. But we do use the best stain that money can buy, so it will last a good bit of time. We put a thick coat of stain on, and we also put a clear coat over that. But yeah, you still have to restain it over time.